I got a new monitor, so I was late.
Did you finally get rid of that CRT thing?
Did you just lift up your microphone head?
No,
Pete?
I was touching the wrong dial.
Oh yeah, baby.
No, they had a e-waste thing, so I got all my old computers and monitors, threw them in the trunk, just was like, it. And that was better than any time.
So you got to trade them in and get what?
Well, no, that's just like instead of throwing them out because they have like lead and shit in them.
Oh, see, I like to break them open for the children before I put them out there.
Yeah, that's usually what I like to do. But no, so I got rid of everything. So my room is all like clean now, and I got a nice LG widescreen thingy.
I try to find fruit refrigerators, and I put candy in them, and I leave them out on the tree lawn, hoping a child can get trapped in one. And I laugh. Nothing's quite as amusing as a child trapped in a refrigerator with a Hershey's.
Okay, is everyone recording themselves?
No!
Well, would you like to start?
Everything is very green,
Yes.
and I can't find the drivers because the LG homepage fucking sucks.
So what kind of monitor is it?
It is a LG LCD something.
I want to know inches, baby. I want to know inches.
20, 23, something. I don't know. It's pretty standard.
Pretty standard, really.
It's about what I got. Mine's a cheap Acer, but about the same.
It's a monitor. It monitors things.
But see, that's what annoys me, is in today's day and age, you shouldn't need a frickin' driver for your monitor.
Well, it has USB ports and things, doesn't it?
That doesn't matter, even if it does.
No, I don't need it, but the awesome part was the disc that came with it, the driver disc, is fucking warped. So I put it in my DVD drive, and it sounded like a helicopter. I thought the fucking thing was going to explode.
Yeah, but you said you're having problems with, like, your colors.
Yeah, I plug it in, and it works, and it's fine.
Have you tried acid?
Color correct. And so I was hoping the drivers would have some nice utility rather than having to go through, like, the NVIDIA stuff and adjust it that way.
You're in California. Get some good acid, and then your colors won't matter as much.
Yeah. They'll taste fine.
Exactly. Purple's my favorite color. It tastes delicious.
Ivan, talk.
Why?
You sound...
Why? Why should I even talk?
I sound what? What's your fucking problem with me this time?
Are you using your old headset or your new one?
My old one. Because you bitched like a girl when I used my new one.
You sound better. You know, the recording actually came out sounding good.
Well, no, Bob was right. The first part, you could kind of tell that it did sound different. And then I don't know if it just got better or you just got used to it, but...
Attrition, baby. We just got used to it. Nothing gets better. It just wears you down.
I don't mind using the old headset. I don't want to use... I can't use it long term because it's kind of like Bob's held together with Pop to Fob. It's always fantastic to have a conversation while somebody's in the background screaming, oh,
Well, it depends on the that they're screaming. Is it like a chick with her legs up screaming, oh, or Bob looking at his monitor going, oh,
No, I'm looking at my audio hardware going, because I unplugged everything and it's not picking up the breakout box now.
So it's not hearing you right now?
I can't select it as to arm it for recording.
plug it into your sound card like everyone else on the planet does. Why do you have to have fancy stuff? It sounds better than you not having a recorded voice.
Give him 2 moments to see if he can figure it out. If you have to drop, I'll bring it back.
This is why we can't have nice things.
I love PCs. PCs are f***ing awesome.
I hate the fact that I've become an Apple homo because of stuff like this. Because I got so fed up with dealing with PC issues. And now I'm a frickin' dirty, disgusting, coffee-swilling hippie.
And you have no problem dealing with your usual 730 issues with your Mac?
I'm not 100% convinced that that's my Mac that's causing that issue.
I am.
It's something. It's I don't know.
It's a fact.
He's got a time bomb in his Skype installation that craps out at 7:30.
Last week, when it happened, I opened up the activity monitor, which is the same thing as the task manager in Windows, and the thing that was taking up the most CPU and memory was GarageBand and Skype, and neither one of them were spiked at such a point that I should be worried. Everything else was all like idle. So there's no process or application or anything running that would cause that to happen.
Skype might be doing something with the audio hardware, whereas it garbles the input that GarageBand is getting. That's all I can think.
It throat at that, basically. So all you hear is blah, 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 blah.
Because, when we start hearing you go bad, your track is fine. Then about a couple moments later, you start sounding mechy on the track. Not as bad over Skype, but you still sound mechy.
Right. Which means it's definitely on my side. And it's definitely something in the hardware because it's being recorded too.
I gotta imagine it's something Skype is doing something to the microphone. Just it's not obvious what it's doing.
And it did it with the other headset too, so it's not like it's with the headset.
And Bob is still having problems.
Uh-oh, he's turning into the Hulk.
Hulk smash!
Oh, damn it, my new monitor.
It says, we do not support the recording when the essential session sample rate does not match your hardware sample rate. Your current hardware sample rate is 44 kilohertz. So I was like, fine. So I went in and made a new session, and then it's like, we do not support sample recording when the session sample does not match your hardware sample. Your current hardware sample rate is 48 kilohertz.
Well, dude, you need 1.28 gigawatts.
No. What are you doing?
Can't you lock the...
Oh, right.
setup?
What was that thing? What was that thing that I had to check? Remember we fixed this before?
Oh,
Is that the
yeah.
one?
The release thing in the background.
That's part of Audition.
Can I just say that you guys sound great because you have no idea what you're talking about? That thing! The thing with the other thing. Oh, in the back? Yeah, that thing.
Okay, I can say it released the ASIO driver in background in the audio setup and Audition, but no one will understand what that means.
We don't understand what you said before, so does it matter?
Yeah, so I mean, does it matter?
But that's not affecting Bob's problem. Bob's problem is something else. That's when you click off of Audition.
I'll tell you what Bob's problem is.
Wow. Do we have enough time to tell that story?
Let me get out the list. Hold on.
An epic tale if there ever was one to be told.
I had to convert it on a notepad because I reached the character limit in notepad, so...
Check, 1, 2, check. Let me make sure this sounds okay. No, I have Mr. T voice because it sounds slower.
Let's run with it. You'll just be Mr. T this week.
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool.
Maybe Mr. T hacked the audition to make it sound like I'm Mr. T.
We had the Skype track, Bob. If you can't figure it out, don't worry. Just have to play around with the Skype track.
Yeah, don't worry if you sound like shit because we'll just use a Skype track where you'll...
So I'll sound like
Which is why I say just plug it into the video card. Because anyway you slice it, Bob, you sound like shit.
pretty much, yeah.
Go with it. At this point, let's just go with it.
No, let's wait another.
I always
10
got
minutes.
the USB headsets. Let me just get those.
Careful, watch the left popsicle. I saw that the paste. I'm not even gonna say glue. The paste is wearing out.
You can hear me okay?
Can hear you fine.
Wow, you sound like shit.
It doesn't sound that bad.
It does sound different, but
Yeah, it sounds less
Evil.
less frequency response.
Evil.
Untitled, fine. Yes, overwrite. God. Checkity check. Wow, it is clipping like a motherfucker.
We need a sassafras in there too. There we go.
I can't even get the. There's a problem with your sound hardware. To install mixer devices, go to control. You. It's. Oh my god.
It's all right. It's okay. Breathe deeply.
We'll go with Skype, Bob. Just at this point, go with Skype.
It's just frozen. No to all. I don't want to save anything.
I don't want any of this. I don't want it.
we should just not even bother recording anything else and put that up there, and I'm sure everyone will love it.
This is why we don't have a show. This is why, as Ivan always says, we can't have nice things.
It's because Bob wanted to have a new monitor.
All because you wanted a new monitor.
Yep, he wants the nice things, but
Check 1. Oh my god, what is this doing?
Why does buying a new monitor have anything to do with anything? But it does in the PC world.
But I unplugged every single USB device that I had and plugged them into different slots, and apparently that changes everything, and Windows needs to reinstall.
Well, in most things in life, when you plug it in the other slot, it changes things dramatically.
you did something weird, Bob. You started sounding weird there for a second.
How about now? Is this when it sounds weird?
Fine. You sound fine now.
Okay, I'll try to laugh more quietly. So I'm not clipping right now as long as I talk at a normal volume.
You're going to have to laugh like that dog. Sniping. There you
That's even clipping. All right, go. Let's.
Ready?
Now my mouth's dry.
All right, let's crawl out of this train wreck and hail down a taxi cab and get this show going.
Okay, someone do the intro this week, episode 192.
Well, you're halfway there.
Okay, welcome to the GamerCast Network Video Game Show. This is episode 192. I'm Chad, and joining me this week with his fabulous new monitor is Bob. Bob?
What happened? I had to go get water. I went and got water.
Ah, zing! Apparently there's another train coming in the opposite direction. Got us.
Bob, say hi.
Hi.
There you go. And also joining us this week is Ivan,
Yo.
Keith,
Hello.
and Phil.
Okay, go to the next person.
What next person is it?
There is no next.
There is no next person.
This week on the GamerCast Network. On episode 97 of the Sarcastic Gamer PlayStation Podcast, the crew discusses God of War 3 endings that could have been in Sony's Geek Squad. With episode 148, Podtoid is taking a hiatus. It'll be back in some form, but we're not sure when or how, but it definitely will be back. Discover the community that brings you all these great podcasts and more at GamerCastNetwork.com.
Topics for this week's show.
Why we can't have nice things.
Well, we want to have nice things. He wants to have a new monitor.
I should have just kept the old crappy one. It's my own fault for trying to improve my life. I hope this is the lesson I want everybody to take away from the show.
Yeah, don't try
Never try to improve your life or strive for better things. Right now is as good as it's going to get, and all you're going to do is f*** everything up.
No, dude, that. You've peaked. It's downhill.
Be happy with what you got right now, because it's never going to get any better.
Because it's never getting any better.
You know, I was at the mall yesterday, and there was some guy sitting out on the sidewalk, and he had that look on his face. It was some dude. I couldn't have been any older than me. He could have just been like any guy I've ever hung out with ever. And it's just like he's sitting on the fucking sidewalk with a sign that says broke and hungry and a hat sitting on the ground so people can throw in money, petting his dog with this bemused smile on his face. It goes like, just like, what the f*** did I do? Man, wow.
I didn't see this coming. And
It was bizarre because it was just like, and most of the bums are just out of their minds muttering to themselves and got like big nasty dreadlocks and stuff. They just look like some guy who just like, wow, I really f***ed up, didn't I? Sitting there half smiling, petting this little dog that he obviously found, and it's just like, wow, here's $5, dude. I'm f***ing.
Hey, but you know what? He found that dog. So this can turn into a Disney story now.
Maybe the dog is like Satan's dog or something, and the dog is what caused him all of his grief.
Yeah, this is going to be the only Disney movie that ends with some guy dead in a urine-soaked gutter.
Yeah, it'll be a Disney movie, and the dog will help the guy get back on his feet.
No, and the ending will be with the guy's dead and the dog's walking away, and some other bum walks by and goes, "Hey, little puppy, what are you doing?"
Oh, and he could play some ominous music.
It's
And
like,
then you get the
it's
closing
like The
credits.
Ring, except with a puppy and bums.
Right.
Okay, let's try and do at least the 3 topics we have. Bob, you're up first.
Should probably have a web page open, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still looking for drivers so I can make my monitor less green.
Yeah, dude, that's just because you're still the Hulk because you're angry. You just see shit kind of green when you're angry.
192. That's a lot of episodes. So Nintendo DS, or I'm sorry, let me get the company name right, because for the Nintendo DS there has been released a blood glucose meter that attaches to it. So to remind kids to check their blood glucose levels because they're obviously playing video games the whole time and forget to do so.
Maybe that's why they have diabetes.
Diabetes.
Got the diabetes.
I want to get this out of the way so we don't get more hate mail than normal. There's the diabetes that kids are like born with, and it's awful. It's a horrible thing.
Yes,
It's a
that
gift
can.
to their
Yes.
life. Then there's big little fatties who sit around playing their fucking Nintendo DS all day and need a blood glucose meter because they gave themselves diabetes from playing a Nintendo DS all day.
That's the diabetes we're mocking right now.
That's the diabetes we're marking here. This is Wilford Brimley diabetes, not.
Because, dude, I don't have diabetes, and if you're lazier than me, you need to get out more. I'm the standard here, and I'm moving right above that diabetes level.
Made by Bayer, apparently.
Yes.
Bayer, like the aspirin company, right?
Bayer Digit, yes.
Made by Bear, the one that lives in the woods and steals picnic baskets. I made this glucose monitor for children's teeth.
So I can find out how much sugar's in their system. So when I eat them.
Oh my god, play the little. Oh god, it's got a little demo, and it's like, it's a game.
Yeah, they do have. It comes with a game.
I didn't even read this. I finally went to the page, and I'm looking at it now. It's like, wow, cool, fun. Check your blood glucose levels. I'm pretty sure that's not cool or fun.
And what happens if like the kid just goes crazy with it and like bleeds out?
Yeah. He's grinding for XP one day and ends up losing 2 liters.
Just one more level, but I'm out of pints of blood. You can do it. You gotta believe.
Squeeze it harder.
High score.
I mean, come on. You can't. You'll have that kid doing that with his parents in the cafe, some Korean cafe.
Oh no.
My blood sugar was good.
There's a post. So I got this off of Boing Boing, and one of the comments says, "I can't wait for the drug urine test version of this game." Pregnancy tests, they're all different places this could go.
My first pregnancy test.
Oh, here we go, dude. We'll just completely derail this. Nintendo DS cooking mama. You're that has to giving all the by throwing them in.
Oh jeez. Oh my gosh.
Oh god, that's horrible.
Yeah. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I think that's the that's a good place right there.
That's what I was going for with that.
Going for a topic change, huh?
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, there's a post in here that says that the new DSi doesn't have the slot that'll work with this.
Oh yeah, the advanced slot.
It doesn't have a 3-hole.
I thought it was the 5-hole.
No third input.
Ever you guys watched that Ugly America? That show is freaking hysterical.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It looks humorous, but I always miss when it's on.
No, watch it, because it is absolutely hysterical.
No, I don't care that you miss it. Watch it.
Dude, I know you got a TiVo or DVR.
No, I don't.
Some derivative of it.
No,
Well, you got a iPhone, which is the same thing.
I actually do have a DVR. I just have no idea how to use it.
Okay, Rocco.
Oh god, I feel like such an old man. Because they made me get rid of my direct.
Use this DVR thing.
I got the new contract. They tagged on. You want a DVR? Everything comes with a DVR. I was like, yeah, I don't care, whatever. But yeah, so apparently I have one. I just have no desire to use it or turn it on. And I'm such a snob now that I have HD channels and I only watch the HD channel. I've got rid of all the other ones. Like, if your stuff's not in HD, I don't watch your TV shows. Sorry.
Well, all I'm saying is Ugly America is very funny, and we all would find it very amusing. And you should watch it.
Okay, Keith, these last two topics are yours.
That's not really a topic. It's a little Flash version of Super Mario Brothers, except you can be all the different characters from the Nintendo series. So you could be Simon Belmont, you could be Samus, you can be Link, you could be the guy from Contra, Mega Man.
Yeah, I played it. The controls suck because it's a Flash game. So it's like A to jump and Z to fire and X to do something else and left and right arrows to move left and right.
Left and
But,
right. Dude, arrow keys should just be removed from all keyboards.
It's actually kind of fun, but the controls were...
I second that opinion.
Yeah, but I know it killed a good half hour for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool concept.
Yeah, it's about as long as I played it, too. It was about a half hour.
And since it's a little Flash game, that would be a nice one to have bookmarked at work.
And your last topic, Keith. Fallen Earth.
Oh, yeah. Fallen Earth, and we didn't see this coming at all. Let go of 75... Was it 75% or 75 employees?
I think it was 75%.
Yeah, they went from like 110 to like 28 with Fallen Earth.
In fact, they exactly went from 110 to 28, according to the article. So, good guess.
I remembered. What is this? Yes.
No, this is different. This is alternatively, so Fallen Earth is falling apart.
Zing!
They started releasing some screenshots for the next WoW expansion, and that's one of them, which I was kind of impressed with.
That's pretty.
Oh, wow. That's a WoW screenshot?
Yep.
Wow, get it? Wow.
That looks like the Lac Modan area. So Cataclysm really isn't adding any new areas. It's just kind of redoing like all the old Azeroth.
Well, no, I thought they were doing like underwater shit or something, weren't they?
What they're doing is they're taking, they're not adding a new continent. They're revamping the original 2 continents. So they'll be
Because
new
everybody's level 80 and no one goes there, and they have all the
Exactly.
space that no one can use.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's cool, because one of the biggest complaints they always had was, when you do have to go back there, you can't fly or anything, and it's a pain in the ass. So they're redoing the old area, and now you will be able to fly. So
Good.
Hopefully they'll just make it all phasing, kind of like what they introduced in the last expansion. So if you do start a new character from level 1, you still have the old content.
No.
Yeah, and that's what I'm curious how they're going to do. Like, say
No.
I don't buy the expansion.
Doesn't matter. What they're doing is what they did with the past 2 expansions, which is they'll release a patch. So they'll release the 4.0 patch. The 4.0 patch will have all of the game files to change all of the continents, the world. All of the things that they're changing will be in this patch. When you buy the expansion, you'll have access to the new classes and the new talent trees and
Okay, so the world is going to be changed for everyone.
for everyone, levels 1 through 85, regardless of whether you buy the expansion or not.
But you just don't get the feature. Okay, that makes sense.
You don't get the features if you don't buy the expansion, but if you go to Best Buy and buy World of Warcraft, the original thing, you don't buy any expansions, you come home, install it, spend the next 6.5 weeks updating with patches, you will see the same thing that everyone else does. So there is no, I mean, they may do some phasing things, but they're if you start a level 1 guy and go to Orgrimmar, it's going to be the changed area that everyone else sees.
And I am debating actually spending the money to switch to a goblin just because it's a goblin finally.
Yeah. Effectively, they are revamping the entire old world and the old style of things. The way you see them today will be gone forever once Cataclysm comes out. Forever.
And what event do you think is going to happen to make this take place? Maybe a cataclysm?
They've said they're big kind of doing that with like Lich King. If you guys may have all quit except Phil by then. Right before Lich King came out, all the major cities started getting invaded by the Scourge, the zombie guys. So you'd be just chilling out in a city, and all of a sudden there'd be this huge wave of zombies that would just come through and start annihilating people in the town, and they would spread this disease. And if you got infected with this disease, you would spread it to other players. So that's kind of how they introduced the Lich King expansion. With this one, they said what they're going to be doing is as they get closer to the expansion, there's going to be like more and more earthquakes happening where you'll be questing off in some area and all of a sudden this huge earthquake will happen and stuff will start crawling out of the crevices that are created, that kind of stuff.
Nothing ever good came out of a crevice.
No. Anyway, I just saw that before the show. I saw that screenshot. I thought I'd show you guys that.
That looks good. That right there looks like a Warhammer Online screenshot to me.
There's a couple other ones they have, but they don't look as pretty.
Very good. Very good. We have 2 pieces of mail from Matthew. Hey guys, listen to your show and like 2 thumbs up, but I don't hear much about Modern Warfare 2. Like, what is your opinion for it? I like your show and it's been great to listen. Keep it up. Modern Warfare 2.
I don't know that any of us have played it.
Yeah, I have no desire really to.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to play it because of things going on, but from the 3 or so rounds that I played at PAX, it's pretty solid, but I haven't played enough to form an opinion.
Yeah, I have Left 4 Dead 2 or Vegas 2 if I want to shoot things.
Yeah, Keith's not big into the
I'm not big into FPSs, the Twitch games.
deathmatch type things, like Gears of War and Modern Warfare.
If Modern Warfare 2 is more like Vegas, it'd probably be more his style.
Well, the thing is, though, is that the multiplayer, there isn't really a whole lot of, like, terrorist hunt.
Yeah, it's all deathmatch.
It's all, deathmatch.
Yeah, and I was watching a couple buddies play it, and it's just, everyone's a sniper.
Okay. Second email from Dylan. I have been thinking for a while now about making a podcast, but I'm unsure about how to get with it. What software do you use for podcasting? Could you explain the process to getting into iTunes?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's been a while since anyone has asked this.
Oh, it has, but just point them to the thread on the forums that has been there for 5 years.
Yeah, we'll point you to the thread in the forums to explain some of the process of how to get a show up and online. I don't know if we have one like that. because I wrote all that custom software for that,
Whatever.
for our site. But, it's an easy process, which one of us and someone, well, me, will be happy to explain.
I'll explain it. It just might not be right or true.
So you record a bunch of stuff, you save a file, and then you send it to some dude who does the rest of the work for you. I don't know. That's how we do the show.
We put it in the mystical site, and I put it in the mystical FTP website, and I send it off, and it comes back finished. I don't know how it happens. It just does.
Good luck with your show. Hope it comes out good.
When you turn on your computer, you put in your headset, you open it, you press record. When Chad tells you to stop, you press stop. You send it to the mystical site, it goes, and it comes back finished. Good luck.
And then you listen to it, and you tell him...
What you want him to change about it.
You got to find someone to delete all of Bob and Keith's in swear words.
I don't f***ing swear. I don't say shit that's inappropriate, motherfucker. Shit.
What happened to Bob?
Sorry, I'm adjusting my colors.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Anybody... There was a Diablo 2 email.
Yeah, Chris and I played that yesterday.
I'm not installing that again.
That's one of those games I've never uninstalled.
Well, when I got new computer, I didn't bother to reinstall it.
Can't you reinstall it from the BattleNet? You don't have to use your discs?
Whatever. I don't want it installed.
I don't want it. I quit that years ago, man. I ain't getting back into it now.
That's exactly how I feel, dude. That's exactly how I feel. I mean, you get. I don't want to start that again, man. It's just.
I've been clean for years, man. I ain't falling off the wagon again, man. Fucking bail. Ruined my life.
Alcoholics Anonymous, 3 years sober.
I got carpal tunnel from that game.
I can't go back.
Man, I haven't done a bail run in 3 years. I ain't going back. Man. You can't make me, man.
Hi, my name is Bob. I'm a recovering Diablo 2 addict.
The only thing that I noticed that they did different is, in addition to getting your skill point in the beginning, the first quest, on the I don't remember, it's an A-name chick, gives you a respec. Or, I don't know, maybe it's that she just offers you a respec. I didn't actually use it, because I had to make new guys, because I haven't played the game in a while. But you just now have the ability to respec.
The problem I always had with Diablo 2 was that I think they delete your character after like 6 months of inactivity or something like that, which means every time you get back into it, you got to start from scratch.
I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Because the first few levels of that game, until you get to Nightmare, it sucks.
Yeah, actually. Don't you hurl on my carpet.
Oh, yeah, he's bringing you a treat. Look, I love you.
Jesus, dude.
See, our cat used to, you always knew when she was going to puke, she would go, and after the third one of those, she would just retch everywhere, and then try to run away from it while she's puking. It was just always a mess.
That's a fun story.
Yeah, and that pretty picture, I think we can call it a show right here.
Thank God.
Wow, dude. That's impressive.
Wow.
And that was Video Game Show episode number 192. Anyone like to say any final words?
Are those things still alive?
No, we had to put them both down.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
Buster went down at 20 and Babs went down at 19.
Wow, dude, those are some old cats.
Yeah, they were.
Ham sandwiches to immortal cats.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, they're not really immortal because they're both dead.
Okay, near immortal.
The part that's funny was we had Babs. Brian, my friend of the family, got it for Brian for communion or something. Then she started, we had her for a few years, like 5 years or so. Then she started pissing everywhere. We gave her away to one of my mom's friends at work. Well, it turned out she was pissing everywhere because there was a tumor that was growing and was pushing against her bladder. This lady paid like $700 or $800 to have the tumor removed. Then her daughter moved out and she didn't want the cat anymore, so she gave it back to us. So it was like, here, why don't you have this cat for like 2 years and pay for its operation, and then we'll take it back. Thanks.
I don't remember. Are cats the same with dogs, like the 7-year rule thing? You know, because I was just thinking, if your cat lived to 20, that's like 140 years old.
He didn't have a very rough life. I mean, in his younger years, he was a badass. He would beat the shit out of all the other cats in the neighborhood. The best was when the one tried to run from him and its tail got stuck under the tire. And Buster just sat there for like 10 minutes biting it and beating the shit out of it. And we were just laughing. And we're like, go Buster, teach that cat not to come around